All
right.
I'm having trouble getting on here.
Hold on there, Bob. We can hear you still.
You can, but I can't see anybody. That's all right. Go. I'm in trouble getting on here.
Hold there, Bob. We can hear you still. All right, I'm gonna mute that.
You can, but I can't see anybody.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna click record and we go. Welcome everybody to the ER Shred Come Alive call. Grateful to have you here. We're gonna open it up for people that want to share. We're gonna open up for people that will give updates, or people who maybe it was their first shred, or maybe they've just never, publicly shared how they've done so far. So we're grateful to be here. Summer gets tough. I've been telling everybody, don't get distracted. Summer, everybody does get distracted in the summer. And so oftentimes people who you thought were committed, human nature takes over, as you know. There's Dr. Glenn Nozek. Human nature is a mother, right? Human nature is real. And, it's one of those things where oftentimes people will say, well, it's okay because, they're human. And so they kind of give people a pass. I liked what Jesse was saying on his call last night. If you heard his call last night, it was shred your body. One of the things he just kept going back to was personal accountability. From a place of like, you're what matters. You are what matters. And so for those of us that have, stayed focused, summer's crazy. So like my sleep schedule right now, to be brutally honest with you, I'm going to sleep at like 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I don't get up till late morning, and it's nuts. It's just a mess right now. And that's because I've got the kids out of school. It's so hot in Salt Lake City, Utah right now. It's over 100 degrees and it's just a scorching heat wave. And my kids can't play outside all day. So they end up playing outside like all night. It's nuts. And then they come in late. We got to try to get them in bed, and it's just not great. But one thing I have not let go of, which I'm so proud of, is I have not let go of the ER shred lifestyle. In fact, just recently, my daughter brought home a bug. She went on a camping thing. She got horribly sick. She brought home a bug. And you know that feeling you get, guys, when you're kind of on the verge of getting something? And so I've just learned different things about my body. And one of the things that I've learned is how to listen to my body. And so Jesse, James Jamnick, you'll totally appreciate this, because you and I have talked about this stuff so much. When you're feeling like you're on the verge of getting sick, now, do you go work out hard? Because there's some cultures that they believe you can just work right through it. I know one of my German friends, he will work right through it. He'll put himself in pneumonia before he'll quit. But there's another school of thought, which is, reserve your energy so that your body has the ability to heal itself, right? It strengthens the body, correct? Now, this concept, if you think about ER shred as it relates to, we talked about culprit foods. We talk about how these culprit foods cause mass inflammation, systemic inflammation all over the body. And then your body's healing faculties are totally preoccupied. They can't do their job, right? Well, it's the same thing when it comes to sickness. One of the cool things about being baseline, you'll feel yourself starting to get a little bit sick. And instead of just not knowing and just fighting on and working hard and pushing hard, and you'll eventually get yourself very, very sick that way. That's my experience. But rather, the last 2 days, I've just taken it easy. And yeah, I don't feel my best. Like, I'm not really high energy, but I'm just taking it easy, and I'm resting when I need to. And I don't believe that illness is going to fully take hold. And that's been my experience over the last year around illness, is that I'm so in tune with my body. I know when I'm off. It's crazy cool. Like yesterday, I said to Crystal, I go, dang, like I was shaking my head. I was like, gosh, dang. And that's when I knew something wasn't, 2 days ago, something's not right. And that's when I kind of identified, okay, like body's working on things, body's fending off things, and I need to honor that. And so grateful for the knowledge that we gain. So grateful for, all that incredible empowerment, as Jesse was talking about on the call last night. Anyway, ER Shred, a lifestyle empowerment protocol. It is not a quick fix. It is not something that you can just drink and, yay, I'm beautiful and I'm better and I'm well. That's not wellness. Wellness is lifestyle empowerment. Wellness is when you have the ability to control on a daily basis what goes in here. In my opinion, that is wellness, because it's all about how you feel. That nothing else matters but how you feel. The testimonials you hear tonight, focus on how they feel. I'm going to go ahead and put the disclaimer in the chat because I didn't do that. And if someone could go put it, I think I actually put it on the Facebook, but if I didn't, if someone could go dump it in the comments on Facebook, I'd appreciate it. Because we do not attempt to treat, cure, or prevent any illness. We do not deal with any kind of diseases. This is a nutritional dietary protocol, and what it does is it empowers you. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that is Jesse's specialty, and I don't want to steal his thunder because he's so good at what he does. With that said, I'm going to announce a couple names of people that said they might come on. All right. Is Vanessa Parnell out there? I thought I saw her. Oh, there you are, Vanessa. I'm going to unmute you, okay? Hold on one sec. Or maybe you need to unmute yourself.
Is that better?
That's perfect. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. So, Vanessa, apparently it was Nicole Hayes who referred you to ER Shred, right?
Yes.
All right. So, for those of you that don't know, Nicole was just with you, what, last week, Jesse, right? Yeah, just last week. So that was an amazing story. Where are you based out of?
I live 5 minutes away from Nicole. I live in Collingwood.
Oh, very cool. Okay, hold on. Someone's trying to come on the call. All right, very cool. So, and how do you guys know each other? How'd you make this connection?
Well, Nicole and I, we've been friends for years. Our daughters are actually all our kids have went to daycare together and then high school, and yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so we've been friends for a very, very long time.
Okay, all right. And then she told us a little bit about you, actually. If I remember correctly, she's name dropped you quite a few times. So we're grateful to you. I just want you to know that, Vanessa. Like, to us ER Shredders, to us ER Shredders, you are a hero for coming and basically just saying, this is what I was struggling with. This was my pain. And I had enough, and I wanted to take back control, and I'm going to give this ER Shred a chance. Is that basically how it went down?
Yes. It took Nicole, I'm not going to lie, about a month to convince me to try it. Because I got into a bad car accident, and it made me give me a bad back. So I can't even walk a block.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So, and having a thyroid issue and all that, I was gaining weight, more weight. And I'm not a big eater, never have been. But I tried everything. I even went to so desperate enough I was actually thinking about going to get surgery done.
Well, are you talking, let me just clarify. Are you talking specifically about your weight? Was your weight out of control?
Oh, it was. It got really, before I started this, I was at 273 pounds.
Okay, 273. Okay. And then you were talking about the car accident.
Yes. Before my car accident, didn't weigh that much. This is when it happened. My car accident happened almost 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I've been to several doctors, and my doctors are just saying there's nothing they can do.
Right.
And they're telling me to exercise, and that I was in this stigma because I can't.
Right. Right.
So, but I've tried several different things. Finally, she convinced me to try it. And oh my God, like I'm never going to quit until I get down to my goal weight, which is about 145 to 150.
Okay, so fill us in. Well, first of all, how have you done? Why don't we just get it out there? What kind of results have you seen?
I started January 25th, and so far I've lost 53 pounds and over 80 inches.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are the one that she was name dropping.
So I'm on my first day cleanse, so I can't add this in. So
Okay, so you're looking at February, March, April, May, June. You're looking at 5 months, right?
yeah.
5 months, 53 pounds, 83 inches. Now, that's amazing. Just so you guys kind of get a visual, check this out. Can you guys see the size of this? I mean, here's my iPhone, right?
Yeah.
This is heavy, believe it or not. This is 5 pounds of fat. This is a visual representation of 5 pounds of fat on the body. This, and I'm telling you, this thing's like, it feels, it's 5 pounds. And you can see the volume of area that 5 pounds takes up. Look at it compared to my head. Well, you shed 10 of these off your body. And I mean, imagine the weight on the joints. Imagine, you know what I mean? So tell me more. Tell me what other health benefits unfolded from this journey.
Well, it's actually brought me out a lot because I was getting quite depressed because, because I went from working, because I actually worked with Nicole up at the Weston. And we worked together many, many times, but I was working between 40 to 50 hours. And then when the car accident hit, I went down to nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And I've been working since I was 10 years old of all different jobs. So
that's not the right line of work for someone that's having that kind of back pain anyway.
No. And I've always had bad knees, but I lived with it. It never affected me.
Right.
But I always got the doctors, when I was telling her about my back and all this, and she's like, well, you need to get the weight off. You need to get the weight off. And I'm like, well, how do I get the weight off if I can't exercise? I can't walk a block. And she goes, well, I don't know. It's like, okay, right. So, and then this is when Nicole was telling me about this. And like I said, I was like, nah, because I just didn't want to get let down again. And but I keep telling her, I said, thank you for being a real pain in my butt, because I finally did it. And now I won't quit until I get to where I want.
Did you ever have that moment where you feel so good that you almost think it's not possible? Did you ever have that, like, we call it coming alive? But did you ever have that feeling of euphoria?
I do. I have, yes. I've always been a very active person, and now I find myself, I pace. Trying and think of extra things for me to do, because I can't go very far. And my husband's got the car all the time for work, so I can't even go out that way.
So you've just got a lot more energy. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What other things have you noticed? Have you noticed better mood?
Yes, way better mood. My knees aren't as bad anymore.
Yeah.
My hips don't ache as bad anymore.
Right.
My back, unfortunately, because of the damage, hasn't done a lot with it, but definitely my knees. I've had knee problems. I had knee surgery done, scope surgery done on my left knee twice when I was in grade 8. Yeah, and then my other one was done 2 years after that. So,
well, Vanessa, I want to dig just a little more for a second, because your story, you're a 5-month ER shredder. Your story's phenomenal. Have you gained control? I hear someone's recording. Have you gained control over food? And what does that look like in cravings?
Yes, I actually eat regular now. Like before, I was eating once a day, and sometimes not even that. now I'm consistent. I eat all the time. And when I'm on my break, I don't have cravings. You could sit here and eat a pizza in front of me and I couldn't care less. I'm always after, salads, fruits, everything like that. I really watch what I eat when I'm off. And every time when
Yeah.
I get on my 10 days, I can't wait to get back on, because it's like, and I don't
You can't
gain.
wait. Right.
Yeah. So
Man, I am so happy for you. It's really something special. I wanted to make mention, how awesome it is that Nicole was willing to share with you.
yes.
And so I just want to call you, Vanessa, to us ER Shredders. You're a real life superhero. You took back control. You basically looked at what was and said, this is unacceptable. And you rejected the status quo. You rejected what everybody told you your whole life about what should be and what is. And you basically took back your power. And that's what ER Shred is all about. It's a lifestyle empowerment movement. And moving forward, what's so cool is you have that gift now. And if I look at you and I go, hey, Vanessa, I'm going to do it to you because people do it to me all the time. Vanessa, where's all that willpower coming from? How are you so self-disciplined?
Oh, I just get it in my head. Is I'm going to do it because I want to better myself. I want to be healthy. I don't want to have this weight, and I just do it. It's like something is like, I don't want to be like this anymore. I
Okay, now
want to be.
here's another question. You always wanted to right this ship, correct?
Yeah.
Well, where was the willpower and the determination and the discipline before? See, Jesse likes to clue in on this, right? He really does. And guess what? This is why every time someone says to me, where does this self-discipline come from? Where does this willpower come from? And then I look at them and I tell them, I have no freaking clue, because I never thought I could be so disciplined. I never thought I could be so empowered, other than I just feel so damn good off the bat that I don't want it.
Yeah.
So that's where I come from anyway. Well, Vanessa, congratulations. Well done. We love you and we really appreciate you. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And it's Vanessa Parnell. So I put your name here and you'll be entered into a drawing to win ER Shred gear. So
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'll reach out to you if you win.
Okay.
All right, Vanessa, thank you so much. Well, I'm sure you guys don't mind me spending a little more time with Vanessa. That's one of those stories, man. Jesse is all passionate about people staying on this and people keeping with it, people understanding what it is. You know what drives you crazy, Jesse, is that it is so simple that people don't see it. And that's what's killing me. It's so simple that people do not see what it is. See, we know what it is. So many of you on the line here know what it is. But a lot of people, they'll go on it and they might not really catch that vision of what it is. Whew, okay, one more, if she's out there that had volunteered, would be Heather. Is it that's a hard one. Sequita? You out there, Heather? She might not have made it. Let's do this then. Is there anyone else? Let me know, guys, if there's any other new people who'd like to share an update. Diane Downing is going to share an update. You out there, Diane? I see you.
Yes, I just had to unmute. Hi, Sean, I am here.
How you doing, Diane?
I'm good. I was on Facebook because I'm a Canadian and Montreal Canadiens is playing in the Tampa Bay tonight.
Sure.
So
Well, good luck with that.
yeah. So anyways, I've always been a follower on my ER Shred, and I did an update a few weeks ago with April. She had asked me, and I just keep on following. I fall off the track, I get back on. And I was telling Jesse the last time we were on that I was having trouble with my power shots with tennis and that. And so I get my weights and I try to build my muscles up. And so I just get off track and I get back on and I'm maintaining wonderful. And I need to stick with it more.
Well, I get that. What do you mean stick with it more? Just walk me through that.
The odd time I'll have a snack or something and I know that I shouldn't have it, or I have a culprit food and I know that I should not even buy it
Okay.
and I still do, but
Well, welcome to humanity, friend.
exactly,
Well, hello, fellow human. I
exactly.
get it.
So,
I get it.
but I know right
I
away what
understand
I
what you
should and
mean.
shouldn't have. And
So for me, I'm going to just put it out there and see if people can connect with it based on what you just said. Um, one time this guy said to me, he was kind of just being fun loving. And he said to me, we were at a barbecue and this was about, I don't know, 2 months ago. He said, here, have an Oreo. And he was joking. And then I said, nah, I'm good. I'm good. He said, come on, man. He took one Oreo. It was one of those thin Oreos, right? And he was like, here, man, just have this Oreo. And it was kind of like he was tempting me. And, you know, I kind of felt like I should just eat it. I actually felt like pressure to just eat it because just to prove that, like, yeah, like I'm cool, I'm chill, I'm human, like I can be cool. I felt like I was like back in high school. It's weird, but I actually looked at him and I said, no, man, like for real, I won't eat that. And then he said, one Oreo can't hurt. And I really genuinely, with all my heart and all my soul and all my everything, believe that one thin Oreo can hurt. And the reason I know is because it hurts me. And I don't think it's because I'm too sensitive. I actually believe it's because food is that powerfully charged. Jesse, I quote you a lot. I know you're cool with it. Food, every bite of food is freaking charged negatively or positively. And the toxic stuff like that, it is so concentrated charge that it hurts me. And it hurts me in a lot of ways. And for someone that's never gone baseline and doesn't really understand that, I'm not talking just baseline for 11 days. I'm talking baseline for a long period of time. You start to interpret every freaking ingredient. You can, it's nuts. Anyway, Diane, I wanted to share that because that's where my empowerment's been coming from. And I feel totally empowered. I don't feel like I'm willing it. I don't feel like I have that willpower. I feel like it's born of experience and it's born of past failures. So anything else you'd like to share?
no, it's just I do really well. I have lots of willpower and I have some not so good willpower, but I just keep getting on and off. And well, I just keep active.
Yeah,
The
well,
other day I was riding my bike and the front of my legs were hurting and I almost couldn't finish it. And I don't know why, but
you know, and if it was any kind of cramping, just take some of that hydrate.
mhm,
If you feel that coming on, I've had that happen before, where your legs start cramping up. And, you know, sometimes the body needs a little bit of carbohydrate. It's an interesting phenomenon Jesse's been talking to me about. Like, I went and did this 3-hour bike ride. And at the end of the ride, I ended up crippled on the ground. This was about 4 or 5 months ago. And it's because, you know, sometimes, you know, as your body is off carbohydrate, dumping electrolytes, you need to periodically supplement with, you know, banana or what have you, before you go do the work. So anyway, you'll learn more. I mean, we're all learning. We're all,
yeah.
you know, we're all chipping away, but overall you're still doing great, huh?
Oh yeah. I just try to keep active and go out every day and do stuff. And I
That's
just don't
great.
know what to take when, like I take my nitro and all the amped line
Yeah, sure.
before, and then I know my electrolyte, and I take my repair after.
Mhm.
So I just struggle on some of that sometimes, but I just keep reading up and plugging away.
That's cool. What's the number one benefit you've realized over time?
Over the shred,
Yeah.
just feeling better, maintaining my weight. Back in a couple months ago, my weight was just disappearing just because I was following, like I always follow the program, but I didn't even know it before I even knew about the shred.
Yeah.
And so I was always kind of following it because I'm good at that, because I need something to follow. So I'm one of those that if I
Right.
have something step by step, I'm really good at. and I can keep doing it.
Oh, that's great. I appreciate the update. We love you. Thank you.
Hey,
Yep.
Sean, I got a quick question for Diane.
Sure.
Just for
Okay.
my coaching brain is going nuts.
Go ahead.
Diane, why is it that you keep coming back to the ER shred? Like, what gets you to go off and then actually gets you to come back? Like, what in your brain is hitting that says, oh my God, I need to shred again?
Well, it's not really that I need to shred, because I follow it on my own, because like I said, I can follow it really, really easy, because it's so easy to do in step by step, and I'm really good at that. But sometimes when I slip off, that's when I'll slip away, then I'll come back, and I try to be part of the community and help
Right.
others, and because I have my strong points too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you slip away, does that mean like you just go like totally off the side of the mountain? Like you start like pounding carbs and sugar, or you just kind of more, it's the mental thing?
More mental, and a lot
Okay.
of things in the world today people are stressing me about.
Yeah.
So everybody has a lot going on the side of that too.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I find that sometimes I have to take time out for that, but
That's beautiful.
and
Can
sometimes
you do
I
me
go
can you
and-
do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you pat yourself on the back, and can you say that's called balance and that's called
Yeah.
daily human life? For the average person, Sean and I was talking about this last night, it's 80-20 balance, right?
Yep.
And for the average person, you guys have to understand that consistency will trump anything else. Consistency will trump anything else when it comes to health. It's the daily little choices that you choose to make that will ultimately get you there. So when you feel like you slip off, this is for anybody, whether it's the mental side or the health side, when you slip off, you must remind yourself how you felt. Close your eyes, visualize the feeling, visualize yourself, in that joy. And that's the motivation. And then you tap that into this amazing community, and you have a recipe for ultimate success. But understand that motivation is not something that's daily. I am not motivated daily, ladies and gentlemen. I am dedicated, I am committed, and I understand through trial and error that the little tiny choices that are compounded together ultimately over time is going to give me what I want. That's how I thrive in health every day. Sorry, I just had to add that in
No,
there. Sean.
Jesse,
My brain
listen,
was going
Jesse.
crazy.
Jesse, anytime you want, you're a nutrition coach, and that's why you're an ER Shred ambassador. So anytime you want to jump in, if something's itching at you, just feel free always. You know that. So thank you, Jesse. That was awesome. What about Joyce? Joyce, I want to put you on the spot. I mean, you tell me if tonight's a night you want to share, or if you'd rather share it another time, that's fine as well. But I know you have a phenomenal story. I thought I'd just, reach out now.
I will share, but I don't know how to.
You're there, girl. No, you're there. You're doing it. Just keep looking at the computer and keep talking.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing it.
My story goes.
Wait. We got to go here first. So who are you and where are you from?
I'm Joyce Breton. I'm from Rhode Island, not Long Island, Rhode Island.
Okay. All right, Rhode Island. And who shared ER Shred with you? I already know that. I know.
My son, Jesse James Jamnick.
All right. That's cool. All right. So you got the JJJ going on. You made the JJJ.
Yep.
But tell me.
My wild child.
Well, tell me more. So how long ago did you first try ER Shred?
Well, I started ER Shred on the day after Mother's Day. But prior to that, I was using other supplements, and trying to follow the ER Shred, because I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Mhm.
In 2018, my world totally fell apart. And I will be honest, I'm not afraid to tell people the truth. I do not feel guilty anymore. I do not feel embarrassed anymore. I do not feel ashamed anymore. I actually have 2 sets of children. I have Jesse, who's 42, and I have a 39-year-old daughter, Karen. I have 4 amazing grandchildren, with 1 on the way. And my husband and I have fostered 16 children.
Yeah.
And we have chose to adopt 2. So at home, we have a 13-year-old who absolutely loves his brother, and him and 2 of his friends are doing ER shred.
Oh
Because
my
they-
gosh, that's cool. Okay. All right. That's
Because
fun.
he screamed one night, Mom, come downstairs. You gotta come up, because he loves research. He goes,
Oh,
Mom,
good.
my brother's on YouTube. I'm like, he's not on YouTube. Yes, he is, Mom. Yes, he is. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then I went up and he was. But then in 2018, and then at home,
Hey,
we also
Joyce,
have-
real quick, Joyce,
Yeah.
hold that thought. I know your story, and your story is actually quite comprehensive. So I just want to say that you might not want to give the entire story. Here's why. It's not going to do it justice on this call.
Right.
I think we'll do another call where you can tell the whole thing, because if you just tell it in the next 5 minutes or so, it's just not going to hold the
No, it's
power
not.
and the pack.
No, it's not.
But I did want to say
Well,
one thing real quick. Jesse and I talk a lot, and he is so damn proud of you. I mean, he is so proud of his mom and what you've done. So yeah, give us, how was your health before, and how has it become now?
My health before was, in plain English, a freaking nightmare.
A nightmare.
I was so depressed. I felt so alone. And I wasn't eating properly. Half the time I wasn't eating at all. And then I started worrying about myself the first time in a very, very long time in my life. Because of what had happened in my family, it's like, I have to get healthy because I need to be healthy to take care of them.
That's right, because and another day, you guys are going to hear this story at some point, and it'll knock your socks off. But you needed to step up. You needed to show up as, kind of the provider of the family. I get it.
And so, my daughter had asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and my birthday is the day after Christmas. And I said, well, do you think you can talk to your brother and I can do the ER shred? But I had to save up, and I saved up for a long time because our income is very low. Because my thought was, if I'm going to do ER shred, I'm not just going to do 11 days. I want to make sure that I have enough money to buy the product that I need after the shred, which, by the way, I have. And I have a system on how to go about buying my food, my products in my food now.
That's
And since I did my ER shred on Mother's Day, I have lost 63 pounds. I don't know how many inches.
You don't know the inches. Oh, Joyce.
Sean,
Oh,
I don't
no.
like a scale, and I don't like a tape measure. They
Well,
stress
that's
me out.
okay. I'm gonna give you a pass, but I bet you. Well, anyway, I'm not gonna say, but
Well, because
women lose so many more inches. It's mind-boggling.
Well, I guess we can put it this way. When I started it, I was wearing a size 18.
Okay, you were wearing an 18, and what was the date?
What, the day after Mother's Day? What was the day? I don't know.
What was Mother's
So-
Day, guys?
And as
The
of
Mother's Day was the 13th, I believe.
okay, and as of today, it was last week, smooth as Kerrygold butter, I slipped into a size 10.
And you didn't even have to lather up in Kerrygold butter, did you?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And I still hold the record over you for Kerrygold butter, by the way.
How many?
I went to the store and it was buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
So I bought 10 of them, which meant I got 20 of them.
Okay, that's impressive.
And I
Respect.
told Jesse, and he goes, well, put the others in the freezer and just take them out as you need them.
Yeah.
And then when I did my shred, it was about the 5th day, and I'm looking out the back door and I was like, wow, the leaves are like really green. And I'm looking around, I'm like, and there was something different inside of me. And I said, what the hell is in this shred stuff? Is it like fairy dust or something? What is in it? I can't, it's so hard for me to explain. And I tell people all the time, and they're like, wow, you are like a totally different person. I'm like, yes, I am.
Yes,
I
you
said,
are.
and I have dedicated myself, and I will dedicate myself to the day I die, that I will not change. I'm a person of once I'm on a schedule of something, I just stay on it. So I eat the same thing every day, and I don't have a problem with it. I can't even tell you what
Hey
what
there,
it tastes like.
Joyce, hold tight, hold tight. So I think you're just under 2 months, if my math is correct. Someone
On
posted
ER
that,
yes, but
Thank you,
before that,
Brent.
losing in January, I had started, but not ER shred.
Okay, I understand now. That makes sense.
So
Appreciate it. Okay.
I just feel alive. And it's so funny. It's like I get up in the morning and I finally look in the mirror now. And I look in the mirror and I'm like, thank you, God, for letting me wake up this morning. And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, Joyce, and I talk to myself, you're gonna think I'm crazy. I'm like, Joyce, you are an amazing person. You look fabulous.
Yeah.
And Joyce, don't ever let anyone or anything take away your happiness or your spirit, your sparkle, ever again in your life.
Mm.
And I was like, and I do that every single morning.
Oh my God, you gave me goosebumps. That was beautiful.
And it's like, I can't wait to go downstairs. It's like between 6 and 7 and start the ninja up. And I'm like, oh, well, if I wake up Rana or Jeff, too freaking bad. I got to do my shake. So, but I think the greatest thing is too, is that after about 3 weeks, I could see Ron like looking at me and saying, wow, hon, you're losing a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you think so? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, would it be okay if I try one of your shakes?
Oh,
I was like, yeah, sure. Knock yourself out. Go ahead, take it, try it.
yeah.
Well, as of, was it 1 month, hon? You've been on it?
Yeah, somewhere around.
So now he is on ER shred.
Yeah.
And he's been on it like a month. And he has lost how many pounds?
37 as of yesterday.
37 pounds as of yesterday.
Is that your hubby?
That's my hubby.
Oh man. And what's his first name?
Ron.
Ron, congratulations. You're an ER shred warrior, baby.
And we don't know his inches either because he doesn't use a tape measure.
Yeah. This call is really good tonight. I mean, when we started this call, I was worried because there's only but a few people on when we started. Y'all need to come on time because I was like tripping, and now there's all these people on here and these results are showing up, and it's just reminding me and Bob and Jesse and Mel and Glenn and
well,
everybody else on this call.
About it is
results are all that matter. Like these results are all that matter.
Well, I think the funny part about it, and I don't see Crystal here because, and I would like to thank her because the funny.
I'll show her the recording, Joyce.
It's not
Joyce,
funny,
you know what? Crystal, I bet you she's on. She usually does.
I used to be in the vaccine, and I used to watch all these videos, and I used to see people having all these results, and I was like, you know what, Joyce?
I'm sorry. Did you say the vaccine?
No, I said I would see all these people.
Oh, you said the vaccine. I think you said the vaccine.
Yeah. Well, I was in the I wasn't
you were
really
you were kind of just watching, right?
Right. And then I was checking out all these different things, and I was like, Joyce, you have the will. And you will find a way to make this happen.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
Between myself and my husband. And it's so funny. It's like my grocery bill is like $50 a week now. And I was like, how is that possible?
That's pretty cool.
And it's so funny because if I need a snack in between my shred, I already know what I want. It's like I open the refrigerator door and I get a piece of romaine lettuce, and on that I put some butter. I know it sounds really gross. I put some butter on it.
This might qualify you for the butter challenge. Let's hear it.
So I put some butter on the romaine lettuce.
Okay.
Then I get a slice of Kerrygold cheese, and I cut it in half, and then I put it on top of the butter.
Okay.
Then I get some avocado, which I never thought I'd eat in my life.
Woo! Okay.
And then I put a piece of avocado on it.
Right.
And then I put like 2 or 3 pieces of bacon.
This is going down. Oh my gosh. You
And
just,
then
this is
I
nice.
pull both sides together, and then I fold over the
What is
top
hap-
of the
what
romaine.
is happening? You just thought of this? This is like something you just, you're like starving at 12:30 at night and you're like, romaine lettuce, and I'm going to put together.
Yeah, that
What the fuck?
and it's like I think I needed the crunchiness.
Okay, we're going to do this.
And it was like, and you got to try it because it's phenomenal.
Romaine,
But it also works
romaine,
with chicken.
butter,
Yep, romaine butter,
cheese.
cherry. Yep, Kerrygold butter, Kerrygold butter,
Bacon.
Kerrygold cheese.
Got it.
Then lettuce
Cheese, bacon. If you want
and
chicken.
bacon.
I got it.
And then you fold over the two sides of it, and then you flip the big pot on the leaf, the big pot
I love that.
over it.
Now,
then you make it
Jesse,
look like it's like
Jesse,
a taco.
I see the look on your face. You need to wipe that look off your face because ER shredders, we value options. Okay.
So Jesse, does that mean I can't
Me?
eat that, or
That's gold. That's gold.
and
All right.
then I often think, because I watched a video of Crystal for many days, and a video of you for many days, and my two that were my go-to was the day that Crystal said to you, Sean,
Yeah. What's wrong
good
with
things
you?
are coming.
Right.
I can feel it.
Oh,
And
that's-
I would watch
that's
it
even
and I
better.
would cry. And then I would watch you, and then you were outside and you're like, what the hell does she mean she doesn't know who I am anymore?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would cry because I know exactly how you felt.
My
It's
God,
like,
you're all heart.
I
You're
knew
all
I
heart.
knew where I was. I knew what was going on, but I was 500 miles away.
God, that's so good.
And it's like,
Wow.
now it's like, Ron's like, how many times are you gonna wash that wall over there? You're washing the paint off of it. I mean, I have so much energy. I don't know what the hell to do with it. It's like, I think I have cleaned every room, every closet in the basement. And it's like, I still have energy. It's like,
All right, Joyce, here's what we're going to do. I know what you can do with that energy. I'm going to charge everyone to take their energy because I got to turn it over to Jesse because
Okay.
it's time. And Mel, I saw you were going to share an update. We'll catch you next time. We love you. You're beautiful. I don't know if anybody else had mentioned. Did we have any brand new testimonials? Because if there was one more, I'll make time. Otherwise, I just want to say this. Joyce, I want to offer Joyce some mad respect right now. And I think you guys are going to appreciate this. It was hard for her to do ER shred because she didn't really have the means to do it. Jesse, guess what? You and I know something. We talked about this years ago. People have to be personally invested or they ain't going to do it. She found the way. She is a freaking warrior and she found the way to do it. And had she not, she wouldn't be sharing tonight all this stuff, man. And I'm like, this lady's awesome. She's pure heart. Like, my God, thank you. Just thank you. You're another hero that came on tonight and I love you so much. And Crystal loves you and you're damn right she's going to watch this and she's going to be bawling because all we want to do is make a difference in the lives of other people. That's it. There's nothing else. All we care about is these stories and making a difference in the lives of people. And if you haven't figured that out yet, well, that's okay, but that's our motivation. And I just hope that people are interpreting our motivation as pure because that's all that freaking matters to Crystal, myself, Jesse, Bob, Glenn. I know everybody on here, what you care about, Connie and April. Shout out to April before I turn it over to Jesse. April, we love you so much. And I hope you can feel the prayers and the heart and the energy. Maybe she hopped off, but she actually.
No, April is on the ER Shred page and she is commenting.
Okay.
So yes, so she will
Oh
hear
my
you.
God. Oh my God, Mel, like April, you are the heart and soul of ER Shred. Like you epitomize ER Shred. I am dying. April, do me a favor, would you? Go back, your first share on Come Alive and grab that recording, or one of us will. We'll go grab it. And at the year mark coming up in a few months, like I just want to get an update. And I just I want to be able to watch those two things side by side. That's one of the coolest things about what we're doing. Jesse last night was talking about how he fell in love with weightlifting. He fell in love with it. And so many of you guys, when you see people that have muscles and they're macho, you judge them. And you judge them as being shallow. You judge them as being superficial. But I look at my son. My son is only 7 years old. And he looks in the mirror. And when he laughs, he's figured out that if he laughs, he's able to flex his ab muscles to the point where he can see a six-pack. So he'll go stand in the mirror and he'll just start laughing. And he's got this beautiful fake laugh. I love it. And when he laughs, his abs go, and then he looks at this six-pack. He thinks it's the greatest thing there ever was. Guys, imagine that a 7-year-old, he's not even like out there in the world. He's not taking pictures of himself. He's just fascinated with his own body. You see what I'm saying? And that's all it is like, we are so fascinated when we're able to improve this body, when we're able to take back control, when we're able to improve this mind and start to learn how to work with it and control it. Holy, so empowering. All right, Jesse, I got to turn it over to you, bro. I hope you understand it went a little over, but I love you so much. And you did a lot last night. So we'll give you we'll cut you a little slack tonight. How's that?
Oh, thanks. You always go over, so that's fine.
Let me at least introduce you. You are a certified nutrition coach, but what's more important to me, brother, is that you have lived it. You are a ultra marathoner, a former bodybuilder. People don't know that part, Jesse. I know that because I've seen your physique and I'm like, oh my freaking hell, this guy had the physique of like Hugh Jackman. You listen, when you were in the thick of bodybuilding, your physique was as good or better than Hugh Jackman and Wolverine. So mad respect. This guy knows what he's talking about. His passion is health, nutrition, wellness. He's our ER Shred ambassador. Take it away, Jesse Jamnick.
Yeah, can you write a letter to Hugh and let him know that I just want like a fraction of his bank account, and tell him to send some over to Dr. Glenn too, because there's no such thing as ever enough money. And I see Glenn shaking his head over there. He wants some too. So I'm willing to share with everybody, baby. Hey, listen, we're going to keep this really simple because I think, I thought about this and I'm like, you know what makes this call so beautiful? Not me, all the people. That's what this is about. The ER Shred is not about me. It's not about Sean. It's not about this is a collective movement. This is an empowerment movement. This puts people back in control. And, we share stories of the past, and I remember life not being in control and feeling all out of whack. I found bodybuilding. It's funny you brought that up, Sean, because bodybuilding saved me from myself. And it's crazy because people do judge, right? And they do look at people. We hear fat shaming. Well, let me tell you something. There's also muscle shaming. Say, oh, look at this guy. You know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. What people don't realize is that people that work out that much and are that dedicated, are that committed, actually probably have something going on that's far, far deeper than you would even imagine. And mine was self-depression. Mine was the fact that I didn't know where I wanted to be. Mine was I didn't have a place that I wanted to be. And I share that story because one of my values, one of my passions with this ER Shred, when you came to me, Sean, way back, for me, yeah, it was an 11-day protocol. And you said, hey, Jess, do you think this can work? I mean, that's a simple flip through the book. That's a simple, I've been there, done that. I know what that feels like. Wow, thank you so much for waking me up again and having me realize that, because I feel like sometimes so much studying is actually worse than just keeping things simple. You start to learn all these different things. You spend years learning all these theories and these knowledges, and eat this and do this. And before you know it, you're educated, but you're confused yourself. And one of the most beautiful things that I love about the ER Shred is that it's a health protocol, but as every single person that's been through it knows, it's so much more than that. The ER Shred is going to get you to come alive because of a very, very important reason. We are going to destroy chronic inflammation. That is one of the most powerful things that we're going to attack right away. And we're going to do that through the elimination aspect of the ER shred. That's the E in the ER shred. So what are we eliminating? We're eliminating all the culprit foods, all the sugar, all the flour, all the grains, all the stuff that I believe, Sean, and not just my belief, but I can back this up with scientific proof. We're teaching people just to eliminate the stuff that we know causes that inflammation. And what we also know is that the root cause of every major disease today, every major disease is chronic inflammation. It starts off there and it builds and it builds and it builds. So we need to not just tiptoe around stuff anymore. We need to get people results, and we need to get people results now. And that's one of my favorite things, is that the ER shred is not superficial. It's not this BS, you know, do this, count this, let's make this confusing, let's do that. It just strips it all away. So we strip away those carbohydrates, we strip away those sugars, we strip away the foods that aren't actually fueling you at a cellular level. And that's the important thing to really grasp of why that part of it is going to be so powerful. So we're going to take away what's not fueling our body, and we're going to only give to the body good nutrition. And I've broken this down so many times, but if you've never heard it before, when I speak about nutrition, in my mind, I think nutrients, vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, bioavailability, all that has to be in place for our body to utilize all of that while we're decreasing the inflammation. We're getting the body back to an alkaline state. We're balancing out all the hormones, ghrelin, serotonin, insulin. I mean, there's so many things that dictate what's going on inside the body. So the E is very, very powerful. Then we have the R in the ER shred, which is the cellular intermittent fasting. We have, you know, the fulfillment company that we partnered with, in my opinion, is hands down one of the best that you will ever come across. And it's been verified and tested for 18 plus years now. There is a reason I said yes to this company 7 years ago when the ER shred didn't even exist. No compromise, no bullshit, straight exactly how it is. Independent third-party verification, so you know exactly what you are putting in your body. And if you think you're getting that from GNC or Vitamin Shop, my friends, you have been lied to, you are deceived, you are falsifying information in your brain. Because I promise you, I can show you studies where they found sawdust in that crap and everything else. So we've aligned ourselves with this company because of the quality, because of the third-party testing, because they put their money where their mouth is. And when they do testing, they also don't get first right of refusal. So that's the power that goes behind the supplements that we use and the cellular intermittent fast. So we're going to rest the body. Think of it as like an oil change, Sean. If we just run a high performance engine over and over and over again, you have a Ferrari, you have a Lamborghini, you have a truck, you have a Tesla, whatever, and you don't change the oil, you don't do the maintenance, the daily maintenance that's needed, eventually that high performance machine, even though it's high performance, is going to break down. So the cellular fast is not your mainstream window eating. We're going to smash the benefits that you get from that. And I'm talking about, where do we get the smashing of benefits? We're going 18 hours. Natural HGH, human growth hormone, is increased. I forgot the exact percentage, but I think it's like 300+%. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's very, very high. We're talking hair, skin, nails, regrowth, rebuilding, all the amazing things happening inside the body. And we're coupling this with that elimination and only putting in good foods. Do you understand? It's so simple, but so complex. So not only do we get the HGH, but we also get autophagy, which is healthy cells eating bad cells. So now when we start to duplicate again, we're only duplicating on the healthier side. Who in the world wouldn't want that? And we're also going to get to a point at the end of it that we are going to be the most insulin resistant that we have ever been in a very, very long time for a lot of us. And that, my friends, is pure magic. Control inflammation, control insulin, and you are going to have amazing things start to happen. Not because of the ER shred, but because you're actually treating your body, you're treating your temple the way it deserves to be treated. That is why we make these choices. So it's a powerful concept, and we have so much research behind that with more that's right around the corner now that will absolutely blow everyone's socks off. It's just, I'm literally, as a science geek, I know Dr. Glenn is probably the same way. He's heard about it too. It's just like, I feel like a little kid in science shop, Doc. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, holy shit, I can't wait until this comes out. Like, I need to tell people about this because it's even better than what we thought that it already was. So we got that coming for us too. So we have that in the ER shred. Then we have the shred. And we've talked about this. This is not about shredded muscles. That's the byproduct of being healthy. So we don't do this just to lose weight. We're doing this to get healthy. We don't lose weight to get healthy. We get healthy, and then the byproduct is we lose weight. And when we do that, then we can gain lean muscle. Then we can get more energy. Then we can do all that. So we're teaching people whole foods eating through grass-fed beef and butter and amazing stuff that's not going to cause inflammation. Collagen bone broth. We're utilizing our fulfillment company again with these macronutrient balanced shakes. I have not seen anything like this in 20 years. I give this to my daughter by choice. That is the greatest testimonial that I could ever possibly give you, because I would die for her in a flash without even thinking. So that right there is how I can tell you, but I promise you that it's the best of the best. And then we also learn this amazing thing about incubation, and we're going to raise net protein utilization. I don't know who doesn't want more of that, but why would you not? So all of these scientific things, all of these culminations that come together, that's why the ER shred is the ancestral way of living life, which we know from real science can make you thrive, but we utilize the 21st century that we're in and all of the amazing research that's out there, but we make sure that we've done our due diligence and we're only giving you the best. And we know that because we've been through it. We've suffered, we've struggled, we kicked, we clawed, and now we're thriving. And we just want to simply pass that on. So what took somebody like me or Sean or Crystal years to figure out, and thousands of dollars and hours of frustration, you can get that in 11 days. You are going to wake up in 11 days. You are worth 11 days. And then we have one of the greatest things is our community, because as a community, we can do anything. The collective energy of a community is the most powerful thing that you could ever get your hands on. That's my feeling. And you get it for free. So don't you dare take advantage of it like you took advantage of your free body and your free mind and your free power of choice. We've taken advantage of that. So don't take advantage of the ER shred. Sometimes I feel like I need to charge a $5 monthly fee, Sean, just to keep things rolling, only for the reason you got to have a little skin in the game. Because I don't think that some of us realize the collective power. Like this morning when I didn't want to go, I thought of April. I thought of her daughter. I thought of the Peloton community. That's another community that I'm part of. It's uplifting. It's positive. It's there for you. It's going to feed your soul if you just tap into it. And we have that 22.5 thousand people strong right now, growing every day. I open that app multiple times a day. And it's always 3 more people want in, 5 more people want in, 10 more people want in. We are growing daily. Even through summer, even through whatever, because people are realizing that our health is our greatest wealth. And no amount of money in the world can keep you living a quality life like choosing healthy will. And that's the bigger picture of really what we want people to understand. That's the bigger empowerment aspect of the ER shred.
Guess I better unmute because I just got the goosebumps again. I hope you guys understand why Jesse is an ER shred ambassador. I hope you guys can appreciate him the way that I appreciate him. Thank you, dude. I love you so much.
Oh, wait, hold on, stop. Sorry, pause. Bob wants me to explain one thing. I don't mean to cut you off. First right of refusal, let me just clarify that. So what happens in the scientific supplement world, what most people don't know of, and I can't wait for 3 weeks from now. I got Dr. Glenn on the Tuesday show, and we're going to rip this stuff apart because he knows this stuff inside and out, but he knows what I'm talking about. You have to understand that when companies do scientific research, Yes, the company funds that research. Who else is going to cough up $1 million? I mean, come on, let's be real here. For it. People are like, well, they funded it. Well, no shit, they funded it. What you have to look for is, does a company have first right of refusal? Meaning that when the research is done, they present that research back to the company. If the company doesn't like what they see, they say, no, do not publish that research because it harms that company. It goes against that company. What our fulfillment company has done is given up that first right of refusal. They put their money where their mouth is because they don't shortcut the ingredients that come in. They don't shortcut the testing. We have microbial testing, antifungal testing, mercury, heavy metal testing that goes into these raw products to make sure that before they even begin manufacturing, they're on point. Then we manufacture, then we send out for third-party verification. And all the scientific testing that's been done at the universities, and these are very prestigious, testing facilities, we do not get that first right of refusal. So that is another thing that elevates this even more. And I think what that shows us, Sean, is that, we're not taking shortcuts here around the ER shred. You and I made that commitment to each other from day one. We're not taking shortcuts. We want people to know the truth, and we're only giving them the best. And we vetted this to know that we believe in it so much, and we've utilized it. And now we're obviously incorporating that into this amazing protocol.
Whew. So thank you. Thank you. Mel, you come back on. Mel, you just said you had to go. You're taking care of your dad, but you're back on. We love you, Mel. Mel's something special. I wish we had time, Mel. You're such a beautiful soul. We hope that your father is well. I wanted to say this, Jesse, about a fulfillment company, as you said. Isagenix, it's kind of a cool relationship we have with them. Let me explain why. I don't want to go freaking start a big, massive company. I don't want to go. Glenn and Jesse, they're like, oh, hell no, you don't. So check it out, guys. Like, I know people who own these kinds of companies. I have friends that the kind of things they have to manage and juggle, and it'll blow your mind. And they got to do it in order to make a very large income. But I found a way to generate a similar income without having to take on all of that stress, because holistically, if we're talking about wellness, it is not well that man should have many, many employees. It is not well that man should have to deal with legal issues all the time. So I just want to put it out there, because I know you guys, so many of you are like, whoa, Sean has this edge to him about network marketing. I do. It's true. And the reason for that is I don't believe in being a cult-like Kool-Aid drinker. What that means is, just because one product works for me, it doesn't mean all of them are the best products on the face of the earth. Like, I think that's bullshit. So let me say that, because that's what ER Shred is about. We have handpicked certain products that we really, truly, with all our hearts, believe in. And we don't necessarily believe in all the products, but we don't have to. And here's what's been so cool about Isagenix. They get it. Like, this is what I love about Isagenix. They get it. They know I've talked to them enough to where I've shared with them what are my concerns about certain products or certain ingredients or certain marketing motivations. And you know what? They're cool. Like, they get it. They understand that, not everything is going to be a fit for all people. So those of you that are in marketing understand that just because something comes from your host company, if you will, it doesn't mean that it's the best damn thing since sliced bread. Because when you do that out in the marketplace, you're perceived as a marketing junkie. And I just want to put that out there, that ER Shredders, we've identified certain products with this host parent company, and we leverage those products. And if they come out with other products that we truly can get behind, based on how they serve the protocol or maintenance, then we'll probably get behind those products. But for now, we have a base system of products that we really understand and that we really, we dive into and we dig and we, it serves us and it helps us. And you know what? Whatever you implement beyond that is up to you. And that's what I freaking love about this model. Like, I love it. because before it was like, you have to do everything Isagenix. And it's like, what? That's so weird. Like, that doesn't make any sense. What makes sense is identify which products work for you and embrace those. But just understand that everybody's different. ER Shred, the lifestyle protocol, is for everybody. Let me tell you why. Jesse, woo! I don't want to keep going, but Jesse, my gosh. ER Shred, the lifestyle protocol. Last thing I want you to say, what's up?
Hi.
What's up? Why is it for everybody, Jesse?
Because everybody deserves to feel amazing every single day. That's it. That's simple.
Well, why can't I just like drink this 2 ounces of this and I'll feel better I'll perfect every day?
How's that working for you so far?
It doesn't. It doesn't. All right. Well, we love you guys so much. Hey, Bob, do you have a call tomorrow night? If you do, we want to put a plug in.
Bob can't figure out how to unmute himself right now. There he goes.
We're on mute. I missed
What do you
you.
think? Bob, do you have a call tomorrow night?
I do have a call tomorrow night. In fact, I've got a very, very special call. You started this call out tonight, Sean, by stating that we're in the slow time of the year. And I have to laugh about that because literally what that is a belief system that's been ingrained into Americans as well as the Europeans who take a whole goddamn month off of August. And I don't, but that's what they do. But literally it's like, it's okay for everyone to check out. It's okay for everyone to check out because it's the holidays. So we're just going to go off our diet and act crazy, right? So what I do feel about tomorrow night is simply this. For those of you that are brave enough to be on the call, it very well could be the most significant call of the entire year. For one reason is that if you're on the call, you're dead serious about learning more about how the business and how we should share ER Shred and how we can get other people involved in this movement. And it means a lot that you're on the call at the time of the year when most of us are checked out. So you're one of the 1%ers. So congratulations. I hope you can all get on the call because I think that it might be potentially one of the best calls ever, but that'll be up to you to decide, and you're going to have to be on to find out.
All right. So we're not announcing a guest. Did I miss that?
I'm not announcing the guest because I want people to wonder what the heck's going on. But if you do get
Is it
on,
Teddy
Shredder?
Shredder? You're just going to have Teddy Shredder on. I know.
Yeah.
it
I'm
will
in
literally
suspense.
be a phenomenal call.
Okay. All right.
And Sean, you can read behind the lines. But anyway, anyone who does attend means you're dead serious, and I'll applaud you.
All right. All right, Bob. Bob, we love you, and you look wonderful post Mexico. You are not asshole-ish. Okay, I got drawing. Every 10 times we get a testimonial, every 10, 1 out of 10 is getting ER Shred gear. I'm putting it in here. Where's my Vanna White? What the? There we go.
Can't read.
That's really bad handwriting, but I'm pretty sure it says like Kathy
Something
Carmen. I'll go look it up. It was one of the more
You
recent
can't
ones.
even read your own handwriting.
It's okay. That's all right. Kathy Carmen, we'll go celebrate you and congratulations on winning ER Shred gear. Everybody get on Bob's call tomorrow night and let's unmute and everybody just say thank you not only to Jesse for his awesome presentation, but also to everybody else that shared, like Joyce and like, we had Diane and we also had, where'd you go, Vanessa? Everybody cheer them on. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank
It was
you.
an
Thanks,
amazing
everyone.
call.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Sean and
everyone.
Jesse.
Way to go. Joyce, thank you.
Awesome call, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
My heart is full.